After spending the last 73 days going on family vacations and staying up late and hanging out with friends, some EVSC students are heading back to school this morning, 4 days into August.
That's right. Almost 10 months and 180 school days stand in between now and summer 2026. There's a lot to accomplish during that time, so let's get our coverage of back to school underway right now. We begin with safety, of course, on the roads and in the classroom. We're joined now by Vanderbilt County Sheriff Noel Robinson to talk about some of the issues that they want parents and those in the community without kids in school to know about. So good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
You bet, you bet. So the most important thing, or one of the most important things, is right behind you right now.
Yes, indeed. So our sheriff deputies and indeed our Evansville police officers will be out this morning doing speed zone enforcement. Very important that motorists slow down when they're on approach to schools. And luckily, nearly every school in the city, and certainly most schools in the county, have these flashing speed warning signs. And they've all been calibrated to go on at the right times this year, we hope. And they will alert motorists that when school is in session in the morning and in the afternoon, reminding them to slow down at those designated times to keep the kids safe.
Now, will you all have any extra deputies out or patrolling in that Bainey camp in the Lloyd area, affecting traffic heading to Perry Heights because that area is closed?
We do have some extra patrols out there right now. I know traffic is snarled right now due to all the construction, but that's progress for you. We do have deputies out there working additional patrols. Additionally, we're following school buses. We always try to do that the first weeks of school, anytime we come back from a break, to remind motorists that they have to stop behind a school bus when they see the cross arm extended. And so there won't be any warning tickets if you drive past a school bus with its stop arm extended and the lights flashing. That's just too serious of a violation.
Well, Sheriff, I was about to ask you right there if any warnings being given out today, but it looks like you're going to be out in full force. So we are definitely glad to hear that. What else are you advising drivers that may not have kids, such as me, that have any kids going back to school to look out for today?
Well, it's great that we're doing a PSA like this because, like you said, I no longer have any kids in high school. It's the first time for me. And so that date can kind of creep up on us without actually being aware of it if you're not following the news. And so we hope that these combination of visible presence by our sheriff deputies and police officers, along with these flashing yellow signs and public messaging, gets the message across to folks to slow down in school zones. We don't need a tragedy.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's a little bit different for the EVSC as opposed to the other school districts. This is really a week-long process because they are slowly, depending on your last name, having certain kids go to school. So Friday's really going to be the big day because that's when everybody's going back, that we're going to see a lot of traffic. What kind of preps do you have for Friday? That's the big day.
Well, I know how hard it is being a parent myself to get a kid out of bed. And what the last thing you want to do is we encourage folks use the bus service. It's the safest option, and the schools appreciate it because it allows better throughput in front of their schools. But if you are going to take your kid to school, don't be rushing around trying to get the kid there. I know it can be hard to get a kiddo out of bed, but it's important that we leave with enough time so we don't feel that time crunch, especially in a school zone that can lead to tragedy.
And just really quick, we'll wrap things up here, Sheriff, but let's say someone gets a ticket, not good news for them. On average, do you know how much that might actually set somebody back?
And depending on the amount of speed that they were going over with court costs, the fines could range anywhere from $130 to $170. And so it's totally avoidable. It won't happen to you. You're just not going to speed.
That's right. Don't speed. There you go.
All right. Thanks so much.
It's that easy.
Thank you very much for your time this morning, Sheriff.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You bet.